Hello baby gangsters, this is Calvin, also known as Wormer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Genshin Impact, and today we're doing the Interlude Archon quest, and we have to head here into the Feather clan, the Flower Feather clan. And I don't know what we're doing here, but I'm excited to see what's it. Oh, there's Ian-san, okay. Ian-san. Ian-san. And I'm just excited to do this, man. Every episode I say we're inching closer to catching up, and like it feels so strange. It feels so strange the fact we're already doing an interlude quest now. You know what I mean? It feels so different. Let's go.
I brought all the stuff over, Coach. What's next?
Look at these outfits. Just take it easy before the real work begins. So Ian-san's voice actor is not here, I believe, for 4 and 5. You two are in charge of repairing the houses to the north. The rest of you should go west. The road's practically crumbled beneath my feet. And on my way here, the whole thing will need to be reinforced.
Alright, I'll start by moving the boxes over.
Ian-san is very cool.
I'll help you. These things can get pretty heavy.
Nah, I got this. These muscles aren't just for show, you know.
Oh, beast.
You see that? Perfectly defined. I can lift this stuff up with one hand.
I mean, be proud of yourself, you know. Whatever you want to do.
Fine. As long as you don't wind up too sore to move tomorrow. I don't want to hear any complaints from you.
Just prepare to be amazed.
Great sound for a heave.
My back.
Oh, that's such a common thing that can happen. Oh my god. Well, that doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Take him to get some rest and apply some meds. Take it easy for the next few days, alright? I don't want this getting worse, and don't push yourself. You can help out once you're better. Great leader here.
I should have trained harder.
No, it's just, it can happen. Like there's, especially when you get older, like injuries will happen when you turn your head slightly. You know what I mean? You're like, you'll get out of bed too fast and your shoulder will be sore for days. Working out is different from real work. You gotta ease into it. Anyone will still not have an assignment? Chief Mutoda needs our help. It's good to see her. Wanderer Paimon, what are you doing here?
We were just about to ask you the same thing. We didn't expect to run into you in these parts.
It's such a beautiful place, isn't it? Well, my tribe's been in pretty good shape, all things considered. We're already done with all the repairs. I heard the Flower Feather clan was hit a lot worse, so I decided to come and help. On the way, I ran into a caravan of merchants from my tribe and brought them along. They're my students. You're a sports coach. Okay, cool. Good memory. You're a sports lover? I can design a training plan for you. Sure. Looks like you're in pretty good shape already. Competitive fighting, extreme sports, you could take your pick. As for you, Paimon, you might have to start off on a balanced meal plan. Paimon is already eating balanced meal plan. She eats whatever she wants, whenever she wants.
What? There's nothing wrong about Paimon's
Exactly.
meal plan. Like today.
Exactly.
I just had
You tell
some
him.
glazed meat
Yep.
stew, fried shrimp bean balls, sour sauce kipper, and stuffed and mashed potatoes.
Exactly.
That's practically nothing.
Exactly, it's nothing. In that case, sounds even worse than I imagined. I know just the thing. Kale juice. I'll make some soon. Paimon, you eat whatever you want, as always.
Juice? Wait, isn't that your favorite drink, Traveler?
Our favorite drink is kale juice?
Ian-san's going to make some for free. Paimon would feel terrible if you won't get to try it.
She's like, you eat it then. Anyway, that's enough idle talk for now. A little while earlier, the chief asked me to bring a few people to help with something. Are you two free? As you can see, due to the unforeseen circumstances, I'm short a few people.
We're also here to help. Let's go see the chief.
Sure. Perfect, then follow me. I will always be, no matter what, will always say, Paimon can eat whatever she wants. And I also, personally, never would ever comment on her eating patterns, because she is my best friend and my mother, and she could eat whatever she wants. I'm telling you that right now. It doesn't matter to me whatsoever. She can eat whatever the hell she wants. So we met this guy in the start of the Chaska thing, the chief.
Ian-san, Traveler Paimon.
With all the scars.
I'm so glad you're here.
Just get you straight to the point. Excuse me, are the people behind you warriors from your tribe? Did something bad happen to them?
Cold. So
Oh, Jesus.
Duarte, are you there?
Mentally ill?
I'm drowning, and there's something in the water.
Oh my god.
On the ground, but it almost looks like he's trying to swim.
That's horrible. Oh, this has affected them. Is it the abyss?
The abyss.
Yep.
The abyss
Yep.
is coming.
The abyss has affected him.
There are eyes in my hands, and
Oh.
hands in my stomach, and my stomach is full of teeth. It ate all of you. It's coming for me too.
They really do a incredible job at making the abyss sound even scarier every single quest in Natlan. It's so
We
horrible.
haven't been eaten. We're right here.
Why did you have your weapon out? What? No.
Monstrous beasts! How did you get in here?
See, that's what he's seeing. See, his whole perception is different.
As you can see, their mental state is quite poor.
Yes, and it's horrible. I'm so sorry this has
They went
happened.
missing after the battle. We found them in the wilderness in the days that followed, but the damage had already been done.
What could have caused this? Was it exposure to the
We
abyss?
found them unconscious in areas corrupted by abyssal tumors, lying next to their deceased comrades. My only guess is that something terrible must have happened during the battle. According to the chief of the Masters of the Nightwind, sudden exposure to a large amount of abyssal power can have mental as well as physical repercussions.
Jesus, man.
We've never seen the effects this heightened before, but maybe Gasoithoth was just too powerful.
Like, again, they're showing these effects of this happening again. It is a terrifying thing. It's so terrifying.
The soy sauce? What's that?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I was just thinking about all the stuff in the abyss
It's the
theory as
abyssal
well.
monster that appeared in the sky not too long ago. After consulting our
Wait, so
ancient
that's what they
legends,
called it?
we decided to call it Gasoithoth, Reaper of the Abyss.
So is that the big eyeball in the sky? That's what we saw before?
Oh, that giant black ball? Didn't
I guess
we
a black
force it
ball,
to
yeah.
retreat, though?
True. It poses no threat to us now, but whatever wound it inflicted on these warriors still endures. We scoured all sorts of records for a solution, but nothing came of it. There was some mention of a treatment from several hundred years ago, but that knowledge is long gone.
I could try to help. It's interesting we have a name for this creature as well, Gasoithoth. And so it's like the Reaper of the Abyss. That was a terrifying moment as well. Yeah, we could try to help 100%.
You can purify abyssal power. Might as well give
Yep.
it a try.
That would be the best case scenario here if it actually worked, right? Or is it too much? Like when it's affecting someone's mind as well. It didn't work.
It didn't work?
That must mean purifying the abyssal power within them still isn't enough. In any case, thank you for trying.
It's okay. Thank you for giving me the trust to try, because honestly, like, it's a really harrowing situation.
So, what can we do now?
It's horrible.
You don't tell me my friend is just gonna be like this forever?
And then you see how it affects the people around them as well.
Come back to me, Gogeta. Please, don't leave me like this.
Oh my god, and this kid is watching this as well.
Beat Gasoithoth. They survived the battle. Are we really just gonna sit back and watch
And look how
them
frustrating
lose their
that is as
minds?
well. It's like, hey, I thought we won. Of course not.
What is it, Aeon-san?
We'll take it case by case. First of all, we shouldn't keep them cooped up here. The environment isn't doing them any good. Yeah, they're all like in one corner as well. Let them go where they feel comfortable. Wander on Paimon, I will talk to them. And I will talk to them.
Are you sure about this?
I know you're worried, but we don't have any other solution, right? Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. But we won't know until we try. Well, don't just stand there. Let them go. Send someone to follow them, but don't stick too close. We just need to keep tabs on them. Following Ina-san's command, the crowd disperses. So horrible, man. Alright, it's up to us now. Let's talk to them one by one. We actually have to talk to them individually. This is a bad situation, but I know the warriors will find a way to pull through. After all, we've overcome so many challenges already. What's one more? A great outlook to have. I feel so bad. So we have to talk to them all, all down here. Talk to the first afflicted individual. And we're playing as, I think you guys called International, I think is the name of it. That's who we're playing as today. I like to pick a different team whenever I can, every single time. Wait, down here? Here we go. I feel so bad for all of them. Oh, and he's sobbing. Found him. Hello, can you hear me?
So dark. So cold.
Oh no.
I want to go home.
Okay, just wait a little longer and we'll take you home. The caravan from my tribe should have brought some firewood. I think starting a bonfire might help. In what way? When it's dark, damp, and cold, what's better than a fire? Maybe the light and warmth will help change what he sees. Wait here and I'll grab some firewood. Ina-san actually showing how... Oh my god, yeah. Is it helping? Ina-san showing how much she's helping people as well and how much she's willing to help people.
Light. Underwater.
Oh, he sees as a
Where's
light.
it coming from?
Imagine feeling like you're underwater and there's like shadows coming towards you in the water. That would be so terrifying.
It's working!
Is someone there? Please save me. No. No, wait. You have to leave this place. The water's too deep. You
This
won't make
is
it.
so hard to watch. So hard to watch, guys. We brought some friends from the people of the springs. They're great swimmers. We're here to save you. And is she trying to like get into like his reality as well? And like try to break through to it?
No. Please. Just leave me.
Oh no.
Duarte.
Oh no, it's not working anymore!
The abyss is almost like dragging down his mind, right? Every time he gets a little bit of happiness, it drags it down again. And I feel like we know that like with the abyss, every single time, like in the world, when we got a little bit forward, the abyss would get much not stronger, but more aggressive. That was the second time he mentioned the name Duarte. Maybe we can start there. Let's ask around and see what we can learn. Yeah, let's go. It's so rough, isn't it? It's such a rough situation. And like again, we talked about it a million times until we're blue in the face. Like the abyss was already terrifying. It was already a terrifying thing. But what they've done with the abyss in this in Natlan has been nothing short of like even more terrifying. They have like made the abyss even more scary than it was before, which I didn't think was even like as possible, because I thought they did a good job of like making the abyss like, you know, every time we saw the rift towers we were scared, right? But here in Natlan they've made it into something much more terrifying.
My friend, is he any better?
We're working on it, but I wanted to ask you, does the name Duarte ring any bells for you?
Duarte? Oh yeah, I remember. Duarte was the name of Otoko's Surian companion.
Oh no.
Otoko almost drowned as a child, and Duarte was the one who saved him.
No. Are you serious?
He dove deep into the water and used
That's
all
what
his
he's
strength to
call-
carry Otoko back to the surface.
That's why he's calling
It
for his
was pretty
Saurian
touch
friend.
and go, but both of them made it in the end.
That means we just have to bring Duarte here
Well,
and...
you see, Duarte died 4 years ago during an abyss
Jesus
invasion.
Christ.
He was helping evacuate injured warriors from the front lines, but fell to an ambush.
That's so sad. Maybe we don't need the real Duarte. What did Duarte look? Yeah, what if we can just like break through his reality? We just have to like put something in place of there, right?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like if it's like the same thing with the fire, right? Or telling him that the people of Springs are coming. If we have something that looks like Duarte, maybe we'll break him out of it.
Duarte didn't have many distinguishing features. I don't think he ever stood out next to the others.
We just need to impersonate him. Based on the look of your face, I'm guessing you already have a plan. Well, we can become those Saurians, right? Canonically. Let's get to work. Oh, and thank you for the information. We'll do whatever we can to help your friend.
No problem. Thank you for looking out for him.
So hard. So difficult. So we have to bring a Kuzuk, Indwell. Yeah, like that's what they call it, Indwell, yeah. That's so crazy that like, you know, and it's so sad that in this moment of like sheer terror and his mind going to F, he's like thinking back of how he feels like he's in water, and what does he think? He's like, oh, I was saved before in water. Who saved me? Oh yeah, my Saurian companion. Like, heartbreaking. Oh. Man, Octanatlan, oh my god, I can't believe we're going there next week. I cannot believe we're going there next week. Wait, this actually just like, it's not even like a cutscene or anything? Could we not just dig through this? Look, this is so fun as well. I'm so excited to go to Octanatlan, by the way. It is like one, look at that! I'm so excited to go to it. It's gonna be so freaking amazing. It really will. we're only doing, by the way, I should say this now for people who are watching this, I'm only doing 2 videos next week of Genshin. Now, there might be a shorter one at some point, but the reason we're only doing 2, and you're probably like, only 2, it's because we're close to catching up, first of all, but second of all, we're doing all of Act 5 in one video, and the entire Octanatlan quest in one video. So, yeah, it's gonna be a big one next week, guys. It's gonna be a big week for the series. I would think it's going to be, in terms of like videos, it's going to be one of the biggest weeks we've ever had in terms of the series. And then the week after that, we're going to have our final 2 episodes before we catch up, which is crazy.
We're back! How are you feeling?
Duarte?
Yeah, with the step forward, it's so, like, again, you can. The thing is, like, it's one of those things where it's like the ends justify the means with this,
How did you
right?
get here? Are you here to save me?
It's working!
Shh. She said shush. I would never shush Paimon, but like I think she's just trying to quickly say, like, again, people, someone might say like, oh, Calvin, she's not being. I know she's not being rude. She's just trying to make sure that this plan goes off without a hitch, right? I just could never do it. Tap his head with your claw. Let out a low roar. Tap your head. Not so hard.
That hurt.
Oh,
Duarte, you have
I'm
to
sorry.
get out of here. There's something in the water.
that didn't work. Push him lightly from behind like we're saving him. That should have been the one I picked right away.
You're gonna carry me out of here
Oh
just
my
like last
god.
time. Over a decade later,
This is what
you're
he
still trying to
sees.
save me. I can't believe you made it this deep underwater, but I'm so glad you found me.
The relationship that people have with the Saurians is such a beautiful thing. It's such a beautiful
Once
thing
we're
in
out of
Nalan.
here, let's split a huge portion of blazed meat stew.
Oh,
Just like old times.
this is
I know
crazy,
you think
man.
We're almost at the
I'm
surface.
so sorry.
People tried to tell me you were dead, you know. As if I'd let that happen. I promised to protect you. There's no way. No way.
This is so, like, heart-wrenching. My heart feels so heavy looking at this.
No. Wait. I failed.
Is he coming to a realization? This is so sad. He's getting suspicious. Slam him hard, okay? Just get him out of the water. Get him to stop thinking about this. He's coughing like he came out of the water as well.
Duarte? Wait. You're not Duarte.
And he realizes now, so at least he's maybe... So you can figure, if you like are able to like mentally get out of that space, then maybe you can like fight the abyss's effects in some ways.
How did I get here? Who are you people?
Very interesting.
Toko!
He's Kaylee. What's going on? All I remember is the battle against the abyss, and then I was drowning, and a Saurian that looked like
Such
Duarte
a beautiful
saved
scene
me.
as well.
How did I get here?
So it looks like you can like mentally separate yourself from the some powers of the abyss at least. You explain the situation to Otoko.
You
Or it
went
seems the
through
way.
all that for me? Well, all I did was cause trouble for
Ah, jeez, don't think of it like that.
I'm so sorry.
Do not think of it like that. None of this was your fault. Maybe it's not my place to say this, but go easy on yourself. You deserve to move past what happened here and what happened to Duarte 100%. So much of this world is being plagued by the past, 100%. Genshin as a whole, as a game, is about the guilt of the past, right? Is about not even the guilt of the past, but in some cases the guilt of the past, but in most cases how the past has affected us so greatly, right? And moving on and finding a better place for yourself is like the best you can do in this game.
Thank you. I appreciate
You got
that.
this. You got this. Go on, get some rest. Isakali, we'll leave him to you. We jumped out of the quiz. I can't pronounce it now.
Wait, the battle. What happened? Did we beat that giant abyss
We didn't even know
monster?
this.
Hey, don't worry. We won.
Thank goodness.
So incredible. So incredible. I am playing these quests somewhat out of order, I will say as well. I did the first act of the Chaska quest because that's actually like I think how it's supposed to be done. There's no supposed to be done anything, but I think I did the first act, and then it's almost like the first act takes place after the battle. And then the second act takes place a little bit after because he's like, oh, we should check up on the tribe again, right? And yeah, that's the way it seems like to me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just misinterpreted it. But yeah, I'm doing it like kind of a back and forth. I cannot believe how cool this place looks. It's so cool. But we're gonna be doing all the acts together. It's a big day of recording, is what I'm gonna say. It's a big day of recording. So I'm doing it in the best way possible for myself, if that makes sense. And it's gonna be a big week of recording next week when we do all those things together. But yeah, so that in the end there, like I do think it's like once again showing how the Abyss is so freaking powerful, but it's also like a really, oh my god, even seeing this is so difficult. But it's like, can you break out of this thing mentally? Is the Abyss also affecting us mentally in that way? Like we know it can, like it can change our vision, it can change our view of the world, right? And we're seeing this here. It's okay, nothing to fear. Goyasat is lost. Nothing can hurt you anymore.
No use. It'll just come back.
Oh man.
Nothing can stop it. Nothing can stop the Abyss.
Look at what this has done.
It will devour everyone. One day, we'll all be reunited in the pit of its stomach.
Jesus, man. What a way to put it as well.
Maybe it's just Paimon, but she seems to be in even worse shape than Atoko.
Her way of talking is like pure fear, right? It's pure fear. So like I can totally see where Paimon sees this. It's like this this doom, right? Not only for herself like Atoko, but for everybody.
She can talk to us, but nothing she says makes any sense. She also seems really afraid.
Mm-hmm. Afraid is right. She's terrified. I wonder what triggered it. The battle against the Abyss, or maybe like Atoko, it's some deep-rooted fear, and the Abyss just made it worse. So it like grasped onto those fears. All right, just like before, let's go and see what we can learn about our past.
Son, I heard you cured Atoko. I'm so relieved. Is there anything I can do to help? If you need extra hands, I can...
Chief Matoda, perfect timing. I was just looking for you. I wanted to ask you some questions. You explain what you did to cure Atoko? Yeah.
I think you're onto something. The mental distress does seem to be connected to pre-existing fears and anxieties.
Right.
Kochita doesn't like it when people talk about her past. But the situation is urgent. So, I guess I'll be the bad guy.
You have to be the bad guy.
Yon-san, do you believe there are people in this world destined for battle?
Interesting. Yes, I get the feeling sometimes when I'm instructing a particular gifted student, it's something like, wow, you're born to play this sport.
Then, what about people destined to be unfit for battle?
Again, another interesting phrase.
When Kochita was little, her parents died fighting the Abyss.
That's horrible. Again, the Abyss and Nalan is tied together.
She was only 11 or 12 at the time.
Jesus.
And her brother, even younger still. The two saw their parents collapse in a pool of blood as flames roared and spread all around them.
That's not...
Kochita trained hard to become a warrior, but still found fighting Abyss monsters too difficult to handle. She and her brother were left with severe trauma after the incident.
That's horrible.
Pain and fear that they could not get over no matter what.
So she tried to fight, she wanted to fight, but it's so difficult because all she can think about is that fear of that day when she saw her parents die.
But isn't Kochita one of the warriors who fought the Abyss? Didn't you find her unconscious out on the field?
Yes, we did. You see, something changed within her several years ago when the Abyss attacked our tribe and broke into her home.
Wait, is that a rift hound of something?
By the time the guards rushed to the scene, they found her standing there, weapon outstretched, hands trembling. Her brother huddling behind her for safety.
Oh, she's protecting her brother, yeah.
And the Abyss monster dead at her feet. She didn't even look at it. and just kept repeating the same thing over and over.
This game, man. This game.
You're the only family I have left. I won't let anything happen to you.
So again, she probably like defended him out of fear as well, right? That fear of losing her little brother.
She became a completely different person after that. She earned a reputation as a very capable warrior and fought countless battles against the Abyss. We all thought she overcame the trauma, and we were so happy for her. But now it seems like even if she buried it deep within herself, the fear still never left her.
It's just a constant barrage of like sad and difficult stories going on. I know that's Genshin, right? But like we're getting like this tour of like what the Abyss has done to people, right? What it is still doing to people. Maybe finding the Abyss was a way of making sure she wouldn't lose anyone else. That's what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking. Maybe the thought of experiencing that pain again scared her more than the Abyss. On the outside, her choice to fight her made her seem strong, but she never forgot the trauma that night. The Abyss just brought it back to the surface, so like she buried it below, and she made herself feel like she was strong. And the idea of loss is more powerful than how scary the Abyss is. Yeah, that's super interesting. That's why we kind of alluded to the fact that she probably did fight to protect her brother. That's why she was fighting. But yeah, like the idea of like a trauma that like was being buried beneath, and the Abyss was able to bring that back to the surface. Again, just a horrible thought in general, right?
How can we help her?
This one is tricky. If you can find the right opportunity, then...
Quali?
Or little brother. Oh, that's who he was looking at the time, like bawling his eyes out. That's so horrible.
Quali, what are you doing with that weapon?
Wait, he has a weapon in his hands?
Show me the monster that hurt you!
Oh my god, that hit me in the heart so quickly. He wants to protect her.
I'll make it pay! I'm going to protect you this time!
What the hell is this game doing?
Calm down, Quali. That monster is already...
He's obviously feeling as though like he needs to like protect her now because she protected him, and now look what happened after she... It's like, again, I'm blown away just by how it can make me feel so much in such a short amount of time, and that is Genshin at this stage. But holy freaking hell. He sees her in his mind, protecting her himself. She was protecting him, and now this bad thing has happened to her, and now he feels like he has to protect her.
I can do it! I don't care what it takes!
So sad.
I just want her to get better. She's the only family I have left.
Oh, dear Lord.
Family?
Come on, that is your family. Is this going to break her out of it? Hold on, Chief Matoda. Looks like Kochita is responding to his
If
words.
Quali goes to battle, the Abyss will devour him. I can't let that happen. I have to do something.
She doesn't want him to fight, and she's still trying to protect
It's
him.
useless. No one can beat the Abyss. It's a death sentence. Just like what happened to Mom and Dad.
My heart is like, it's like pounding. It's like this fear that is in both of them, and it's gonna be with them for a while. And so the Abyss is indestructible. You defeat him for countless monsters already, but the idea that like they both saw their parents die right in front of them, and what they feel is this fear that either one of them could die as well, and they don't want that to happen. And the Abyss is making that so strong.
But I'm no warrior. I'm just a coward. Still, I have to protect Quali.
You already did.
What should I do?
You've done such a good job at that.
Kochita.
I think you just need to fight it one more time.
Fight it? One more time?
Good idea, Wanderer. Her fear of the Abyss runs deep, but she still has the will to fight. She just needs to defeat an Abyss monster by herself, and she can prove to her, and we can prove to her that the Abyss isn't indestructible, like you said. Which is, I don't know how we're gonna do this. I think it's worth a try. Plus, with us around, we can make sure she won't get hurt. True, although that means finding an Abyss monster.
Try checking the mountains to the north. A few fled in that direction after the battle.
Okay.
I dispatched a team to clear them out, so most of them should be gone. But there might still be a few
Yeah.
stragglers.
No, that's fine. That's fine. We'll find a way. Great, then let's go right now, Kuchita. Think you can make it?
There's no turning back. I have to face it, even if it will devour me whole.
Jesus, man.
I'm coming too! I'm not letting my sister face this alone! Not anymore!
I ache for these two. I ache for them. And then stick close. My heart aches for these two. Holy freaking hell. Where are we going? Like over here? To fight an abyss creature? I would talk to you as well, sorry.
Be careful out there. I expect you all to come back safe. All right?
Sure. Sure. Man, it just makes you want to like pick up the abyss and like destroy it with your bare hands, right? I know it sounds so crazy to even think of that at all. Like, oh, how we can pick it up with your bare hand. You know what I mean? Like broke into her home, and the only reason she gained this courage was to protect her, which again is so admirable. It's so admirable. Now the both of them don't want to lose each other. We started off with a feeling of drowning, like the abyss is drowning Natland. We now have a fear that the abyss can't be even defeated or never be defeated. Right? And I wonder what the third one is going to personify as well. It's an interesting team for this as well, but actually it's a pretty good team, in fact. But are we going to be fighting? Is it going to be her? That's the thing. Like, Rift Towns are no joke. They're no joke. Everything alright, Kuchita? You don't have to force yourself to do this. How can we make it easier for her? I guess we could wear them down first, but I think it'd be better to stand guard now. We should wait for the right moment to intervene.
You were the ones who killed them!
Has she seen them as the one who killed her parents?
As a kid, I thought my parents were invincible.
We all do.
They were always so strong and gentle. They seemed like the most powerful people in the world.
That's such a relatable feeling, isn't it?
But I can still see the image of them collapsed at my feet that night. The raging fire, the smoke, the smell of blood, the sound of my brother's cries.
And it's so descriptive for her, like...
It's all burned into my brain.
Yeah, because it might have only been a moment, but how traumatic it was is the reason why she can remember it so easily.
They told me to run, and I could see the fear in their eyes. I've been running from my fears ever since.
And it probably is as well, like, you see that your parents are not invincible. You look into their eyes and you see a fear in their eyes that you've never seen before. Now all of a sudden you are at a stage where, like, the two people you thought were invincible are not invincible. That's terrifying. The two people that protected you, you had to run away and as they died.
But why didn't my parents run? It must have been because...
Oh, is you gonna say to protect you?
You can do it!
Because of our family. When you have someone to protect,
Yeah.
there's no backing down. No matter what.
Natlan has also done such an incredible thing with NPCs. Like, there's always like some really good NPCs every single region, but I feel like Natlan has like the largest quantity of fantastic NPCs to me.
Stay away from my brother!
Do we do it now? Should we wait for a bit or because I don't know if there's it helps her more to like wait for a second because her health's not going down. As soon as I see her health going down, I'm gonna rush over there. She's doing a good job. Like, should we let her kill one at least? Is she gaining us like stuff just from like her doing this? She's doing a fantastic job. Let's let her kill one. Let's let her get rid of one. So she can gain that confidence. Right? And she's doing fantastic. I'd be ripped apart by the Rift Towns by now. Let her get this one over here for sure. And let's let her get two. I think she could do this. Like, I'm not being bad. Like, I'm... as soon as she kills two, though, we're gonna jump in just in case. She's doing fantastic. She should be leading her freaking own army. Look at that. That freaking axe. Oh, she holds her leg. That's such a great animation. Come on, you got this, you got this. Oh, it's so close. There's one over there too. Let's go, that's one. Come on, there's one over there, one behind you. Come on, you can get it. You can get it. You got it.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire. Let's help her out.
I can do this. I have
You got
to do
this. You got this. This is the one. This is the one that freaking killed her. It's the same type of one that killed her parents, right? You got this. You got this. Actually, let me buff you. Buff. Go for it. We'll let her get the final blow on this.
Riptide.
You got this. You got this. Gooba's helping out too. This is so amazing. You got this. I believe in you. Okay. Let Gooba go out there. No, you got this, girl. You do it. You got this.
Race you.
She's doing fantastic, like. Bust this boy. Yep, a little bit of fire. The music's so freaking good. Let's soften up a little bit. Go on, go for it. Yes, let's go. Go on, Kuchita. Let's go. Come on, you can do this. I love the animation of holding their leg after they do the axe kick. This is incredible. Let's go. You got this. One more hit, Kuchita. One more hit.
No time to lose.
You got this. No, you got this. No, it's not mine. You got this. Come on. Yes! Well done. You did such a fantastic job. You did such a great job.
Where are the rest? Where are they hiding?
You defeated them. You did that. The last strike was absolute perfection. You pulverized them in a single hit. She actually did most of the work. And I'm glad I left her to do it because she did amazing. She did absolutely fantastic.
That's impossible.
No.
They were gigantic beasts crawling with eyes, ready to devour everything in sight.
You did fantastic.
No. Wait. What am I saying? Abyss monsters are not actually that scary. I've defeated them before.
You did this. Well done. And it's not wrong with feeling that
have.
trauma from before, that pain from seeing your parents pass, but like, you are clearly a great warrior. You are.
She's back to normal.
Yes.
Kuchita!
Oh, and he's so excited too.
What just happened?
You explained the situation to Kuchita?
That is quite embarrassing.
Not embarrassing at all.
Sorry about that.
You went through so much.
I've always envied warriors who don't get scared or feel lost. It really felt like I was getting stronger over the years. But in the end, maybe I never made any progress at all.
Are you kidding me? Look where you are. It's more to listen to your limits. Just like in training, pushing too hard will only hurt you in the long run. Everyone needs time to rest. Besides, I'm feeling you won't have to face those fears alone anymore.
Even though we're both scared of monsters, you were always the one who stepped up to protect me. But not anymore. I'm going to get stronger.
You inspired him as well.
From now on, we're in this together.
I love these two. You inspired
Is
him.
that so? Then I'll look forward to the day when you'll be all big and formidable.
I'm glad they have each other. I'm so glad.
I finally feel like myself again. I couldn't have done it without you all.
You
Thank
did.
you for
You
everything.
legitimately did most of the work. You did. And I made sure of
think
it.
I'll rest here for a bit. I don't think I can make it back to the tribe just
You know,
yet.
it's very tiring. You just destroyed 3 rift towns and an abyss monster. Most people don't even come back to tell the tale. You are a great
I'll
warrior.
keep you company.
Oh, you sweetheart. All right, then. We'll head back. I'll make sure to check the surrounding areas for monsters, and it's all clear, so take your time. Sometimes our fears never truly leave us, but tomorrow's a new day, and as long as you keep moving forward, there will always be better days to come. Great saying as well. Overcoming your fears in this case too, right?
I'll fight by your side until every
Sweetheart.
last monster is gone.
Oh my god, adorable.
That's very brave of you. But you know what would make me even happier? If this whole war would end tomorrow.
Yeah.
So you would never have to fight at all.
Whew. We're already starting this quest and that hit me hard. Because that's the thing, it's like, yeah, great. We totally would love to have... Look at that mural as well. This whole place is really beautiful too. So yeah, wouldn't we totally love to be tough and to be strong? Of course, right? Of course. But also at the same time...
Atoko's all better. Did you hear?
Wouldn't it all just be better if it all ended?
Really?
Yes, really. It's all thanks to the Traveler and Ian-san.
Honestly, yeah. They're doing a fantastic job.
I see. I was wondering why the Traveler was chosen to accompany the Pyro Archon in the final battle. But I guess he really can do the impossible.
I don't know. There's a lot of things being said about us now, I guess. Return to the... So what about the last big tough guy? Remember the big guy with the axe? I wonder how he's feeling. Interesting. There's like different waypoints?
So all those rumors about the Traveler really aren't true.
Wait, so maybe it's like they're starting to believe that the Traveler is worthy of going along with Malvika in this last trip.
Kochida's getting better too.
Oh my god, I love hearing this. Let's take... Oh no, they want us to take this route, but... Yeah, there's not really a scenic route, but... That's so awesome.
Koichi, give me a hand for a sec.
Oh!
Koichi's not... She's not here anymore.
See how much she meant to everybody. Why would they do that? My heart stopped for a second there. Why do you think that was a good idea to hurt me that bad? That's 2 people down. You're an amazing problem solver, Wonder. Probably a well-honed skill from all your travels, right? You really know how to give people hope. Ever since you came to Natlan, I've been feeling a lot better about our chances of winning this war. You helped a lot too.
Yeah, honestly, Paimon was at a complete loss when she saw so many sick people on the hot air balloon platform. We only found a solution this time because you kept your cool and took control of the situation. You deserve most of the credit.
Well, I am who I am to turn down such a nice compliment. Honestly, great. Really great. Most people say the first step is the hardest, but not actually all that hard. Exaggerating the difficulty of your own in your own head is where the fear comes in. True. And we all do this sometimes, right? For example, and it's normal for this to happen. And this is not the same thing at all, by the way. I'm just using it like a real life analogy. Have you ever like started the workday and you're like, this is gonna be the worst day ever, and it is the worst day ever, right? And I know it's difficult because like some jobs are so annoying and terrible that they just like it's hard to even like manifest a good feeling. But if you go in going like, okay, I'm gonna try to make the most of this day, you start off better. Now things can still annoy you throughout the day. You're working in retail, chances are you're gonna be freaking bombarded with stupidity and annoyance the whole entire day, right? But it's a better idea would be like, oh, I have to like, oh, I don't really want to go do this task today. It seems like it's going to take a long time. You already like, it's already making it more difficult for you. Another example is like, I remember when I was younger in school, like very much younger, when we did like these homework skills thing to like help us with our homework. This is like when we were like 6 or 7 or 8. I always remember with them saying though, if you say I can do this before I do my homework, the homework becomes way easier. But if you're like, oh, I have to do homework, it becomes much harder. I'll never get it. Might as well not try. I hear that kind of talk all the time, but if you break your goal into smaller parts, the first test might actually turn out to be the easiest. Yes. Yes, I agree with this so much.
Oh, you're right. That makes a lot of sense.
I agree with this so much. It's the same with like again, it's not a good example because it's not the same thing, but like drawing even. Whenever I draw, I always go like, oh, this is gonna be difficult to draw. But then I go, Oh, well, like, I'll draw the eyes and the face and the mouth and all this stuff, and it's just different parts. Just when I told you to eat less meat and drink more kale juice. Not happening. You probably heard that and thought, I can never eat meat again. I have to drink kale juice every meal and I'll practically starve. I'd probably feel the same way. Paimon, you do what you want to do always. You're a hero of Natlan. In reality, all it takes is to start eating 2 fewer servings of blaze meat stew and adding some kale juice for nutrition. That's it. It's not about making drastic changes at all. Honestly, that does make sense where it's like, yeah, you can still eat the food that you like. And she's saying, like, you know, if you want to, like, become a warrior, I guess. But Paimon doesn't need to do that. She can eat whatever she wants, I suppose. But what she's saying is, like, if you want to maybe become more athletic, it's like, okay, you can still eat your, you know, burger, or you see this because, like, you know, I love a good burger myself. I love a good burger. But it's like, hey, add some broccoli to the side. You know what I mean? A little bit, nice bit of broccoli, you know? But again, to me, I'm not, by the way, this is not me giving advice or saying anything to you guys because your eating habits and what you eat, none of my business whatsoever. You do what you do, none of my business.
That sounds like something Paimon could do, but
Oh, that's so sweet.
would that really change anything?
Consistency is key. You can accomplish your goals, and when one fell swoop, you have to eat away the little by little. It's funny because she is like it's a sports trainer, right? So she's speaking like a sports trainer. My ancient name means power. Did you know that? So everyone thought I would grow up to be this tall, burly, muscular warrior. But that's not what happened. A lot of people were confused and disappointed. My fellow warriors couldn't understand why I inherited that name over them. At first, I also felt lost. It was only later when I realized the true strength basically boils down to problem solving. Physical strength is just a means to an end, like everything else, true. So I began to break problems down into smaller parts when facing an impossible situation. You just need to act. And if you fail, so what? That's just life. Great way of looking at it. Fantastic way of looking at it, honestly. Anyway, that's what I've learned over the years. Maybe it'll come in handy for you someday. Thanks for the advice, for sure.
Oh, well, when you put it that way, Paimon's almost encouraged to start drinking kale juice tomorrow. No, today. Paimon will start
That's kind of sweet, Paimon getting inspired by this, isn't it? It's very sweet.
You're amazing, Ansan. You really make Paimon feel like she can do the impossible. Maybe your true strength is giving other
Also, a
people
great
strength.
leader, a great person, a great motivator in a lot of ways. I don't deserve that much credit. You already have the strength within you. I'm sure you faced more obstacles than I can imagine during your travels, but you never give up. That proves it. I bet I could learn a thing from you, from the two of you, from you.
Hian-san, bad news. Okotland is out of control.
Wait, is that the last one? Stay calm, I'll be right there. Looks like it's time for a conversation is over. Come on, let's go see him. So that was the one who was like swinging his hammer around as well? Let's see. It's such an interesting quest. Because I really feel like it is like a true interlude. It's like right before the final battle, we're seeing the effects of the last battle, right? For sure. At least that's the way I see it. Jesus. It's a big hammer.
What are you doing, Okotland? Wake up!
Don't you recognize us, my boy?
That's all he sees. It's affecting his whole like freaking ability to like perceive the world.
The abyss monsters are everywhere. Everywhere. They've taken over the tribe. No corner is safe. Did we lose the battle? No. It's pointless to think about that now. A warrior only has one job. Fight until the very
Oh
end.
man. Like how painful that must be. This is what you see at all at all times.
Careful! He's not himself!
Okotland!
Hoyin-san. Don't think he can hear us right now. We need to get him under control. Let's go. We actually have to fight him?
Eat this! So, he thinks we're abyss monsters? Hey, it's okay! We're not the bad guys!
Come on! Give me your worst!
Boba, get them!
Wretched abyss!
Like,
Get
see
out
what,
of my
like, it's
tribe!
just, it's like, it's not even, like, I love using this team, but like, and like, it's so fun to use this team, right? It really is. But like, there's a lack of excitement for me, right? Because it's like we're beating sense into someone who like clearly is like seeing the world in a very damaged way. It doesn't feel good, you know?
One with nature, as one with wind and cloud.
Nice and spicy.
Mom, Dad, Archon, this is my final battle.
And he still thinks this is like the final battle. Crazy. Crazy stuff.
Please, son, you've got to stop. You can't keep going like
And
this.
look, again, it's ripping people apart even who are like near them.
Wretched monsters.
How are we gonna help him?
Give me my family back. Look, Uncle Lan, that's your father. He's standing right in front of you. Get out of my home. I'll never forgive you.
So hard to watch. We're doing something else? Oh, Ian-san, oh my god! Wait, we're coming from behind. So we had to incapacitate him, we had to. There's nothing else we could do.
I'm fine. Please, don't hurt my son.
I know, I know.
Just trying to protect
I
his
know.
home.
Don't worry, we'll figure something out. Got him.
But what should we do now? He's different from the other
Yeah,
two. It's
we couldn't
like
even
he
get through
can't
them
hear
even a
us at
little.
all. He keeps calling us monsters. We're basically enemies to him now.
And he sure knows how to fight. Yeah, we had to incapacitate him. There's nothing else we could do.
Oh, Coatlan.
He has a fighting spirit. That's for sure. But we can't keep him unconscious forever. I need to think.
Abyssal corrosion syndrome.
What? He's here?
500 years later, and it's
Oh
resurfaced
my
again.
god! 500 years later?
That voice.
It's the captain! What the hell? And people know he's working with Mavika now. They know. So you've seen this report from 500 years ago? I can't believe he's here right now.
Direct contact with high concentrations of abyssal power causes irreversible mental trauma.
Irreversible.
In most people. The exact presentation will vary according to trauma.
Oh my god.
Some will suffer from superficial hallucinations and maintain the capacity to perceive the outside world. In such cases, verbal and physical interaction can be used to break
So that's
through
that's
the
what we did.
hallucination.
That's what we did. Look at me just standing here. I didn't expect this at all. Look at this.
However, there are also those who are so far gone, entrenched in hallucinations so deep, that medical intervention is the only option. That's why we developed the Drought of Lucidity.
Drought? What's that?
The draft of lucidity?
Yeah, what is that?
It's a kind of medicine that can dispel the psychological impact of the abyss. The treatment comes with severe side effects, including chronic migraines for the rest of the patient's life.
Oh my god.
So it's reserved for the worst cases.
I didn't expect him to show up like this, guys. I didn't expect him to. I thought we were going to see him in Act 5 for sure. But like something that's happened 500 years ago, he's able to attest to it now.
This man is a devoted warrior, one not easily swayed from battle. That is precisely why it's so difficult to pull him out of this hallucination.
Right, because he was fighting so much, and it's related to the stuff he did in his actual
If you
life.
trust me to be true to my word, give him this.
I mean, at this stage, like, we'll try it.
Wretched monsters. Setting up an ambush.
Oh no, stop! But like, yeah, the captain, like, I believe him. I 100% believe him. Why
Get
wouldn't we?
Worst. It's either your end or mine. Hurry, he's awake.
Please, give him the
Yeah,
draft.
see, even they're like, yeah, we need
My
to.
son thinks he's alone in this world. In his mind, all his family and comrades are gone, and only enemies remain.
Oh, that must be
There's
so
nothing
hard.
more painful for a warrior than losing everything you fought so hard to protect.
Yeah. Yeah. At the father's request, Ian accepts the drought from the captain and gives it to Okotlin.
Monsters.
Did it help? It seems like it's helping. Oh my god, the captain coming in at the, like, well, not the last second, but like...
What's going on? Dad? What are you doing here? My head hurts. I just had the strangest dream. I dreamt the abyss took over the tribe.
And he only sees it as a dream now as well, which is probably for the best as well.
It's all right, my boy. It was
Yeah.
just a nightmare.
Don't confuse the situation any further. Man, the captain coming in and helping
Let's
there.
go home. You need a good night's sleep. But first, I want to thank you for saving my son.
Look how tall he is.
May I ask your name?
And you know what's so funny? The captain doesn't want any of this stuff to happen like it did 500 years ago again. He's stated that he doesn't want all this stuff to happen again.
Just
Oh my god.
Capitano is fine.
That's the first time we've seen him be a little bit shy, right?
For
He's like, oh yeah, I helped.
just Capitano is fine.
Capitano? We're gonna call you Capitano.
I owe you more than words can say, Mr. Capitano. My name is Mune. You're welcome in my home anytime. Time to go, son. Can you stand?
Is he sleeping? Let's meet up later. Insane. Right, for the captain. After the crowd disperses, the captain hands a few more doses of medicine to the guards. He's coming in helping everyone, because again, he said he doesn't want this stuff to happen again. Especially not to
Everything turned
Natlan.
out all right.
You saved the day.
Think nothing of it. I agreed to offer you my aid.
Yes.
So this is merely a part of
We
that
did make a
duty.
deal. We made a deal. Oh my god, it's so cool to see you.
Besides, I care deeply about
Yeah.
this land.
He has stated that several times that, yeah.
Right. When we were with Moika, you told us you and your soldiers defended Natlan against the Abyss 500 years ago.
That's right. My desire to protect this nation remains unchanged.
He's so cool. He is so, like, the streak will never end of amazing harbingers, will it? It will never end. Well, of course, we don't like Totori, but you know what I mean.
When my platoon arrived in Natland 500 years ago, like you, we were true outlanders. But as time passed, I encountered the people of this land and witnessed their desperate struggle against the Abyss.
Yeah. And you were taken in by the clan that Auroran came from, right? Look at this shot here as well with the two arrows framing us as well. It's very cool.
Though many of the warriors were rash and inexperienced, they were steadfast and fearless in battle, willing to do anything to protect their fellow
We're
citizens.
seeing all the people that were affected.
Oftentimes, with complete disregard for their own survival.
That's amazing.
Just as I fought for the glory of Conria, they fought for the survival of their nation. We happened to share a common enemy, so I decided to offer my aid.
Amazing. I just love listening to him as well. Like all these stuff, especially from like it's just as I fought for the glory of Connor, which you know why exactly. That's why he has such a reverence towards our sister as well.
We fought side by side to the very end. I traveled to many places after that, but I never forgot this land. Even now, my work in Natland remains unfinished.
Nalan hasn't forgotten you either. Why don't you want to use your name from 500 years ago? If you don't want to say anything, you don't have to.
It may seem difficult to understand, but the reason is really quite simple.
Okay.
That name carries with it the glory of my homeland and the honor of Natlan. Yet, I failed to bring my soldiers
this.
home. And I failed to help Natlan defeat the Abyss.
So he's saying that the name that he had before, since he felt like he failed, and he failed to help win at that time, he feels like he maybe doesn't deserve that name anymore?
That's not your fault.
Of course it's not.
The Abyss is way stronger than any of us imagined.
Yeah.
You need not comfort me. I am no longer who I once was. Let the events of the past continue to collect dust in the annals of history. I will continue to help Natlan in my own way.
Some of these shots are absolutely amazing. And honestly, like, every time he speaks, I'm just like seated, like, you know, cross-legged, looking up. Like, it just feels that way. I just love hearing from him as well. But he's saying like the person he was back then is like, that's not him anymore. That name is gone. Everything is different. And of course, like, there's a physical change as well, because we know that his skin had rotted as well. And now he's going to like continue to help, even if he, like, you know, as much as he can.
Like, with the draft of lucidity? Who knew you could make medicine? Were you a doctor before?
The drought was Guthred's invention.
Guthred.
He was a respected military doctor, as well as my trusted second-in-command.
So you were the commander then?
We faced a similar situation to what you witnessed today. The endless battles against the Abyss triggered delusions among the soldiers, to the point where some attempted to kill each other.
So he has seen all of this as well.
In order to develop a treatment as fast as possible, Guthred used himself as a test subject. He passed away shortly after the drought was complete.
How did he end up in Auroran, I wonder then?
That's who he was. Unrelenting in his pursuits. No matter the cost, no matter the sacrifice. In the end, he even gave himself up for a chance of success.
So it sounds like he's like this, he was a very honorable person. So like the last conversation we had with him is so interesting, right? Because he said he still wanted to do this for his commander. So if that's the captain.
I'm sure he would be pleased his creation aids people, even now. The Abyss has wrought enough suffering on this land. I sincerely hope this war will end soon.
I think a lot of people are hoping for that, yeah. No matter the cost, no matter the sacrifice, that sounds rather familiar.
Stop worrying about other people's survival, about their losses and sacrifices. You just need to win. That must be why I've returned.
What?
For this moment.
So is what he's saying, is this different? Stop worrying about other people's survival, yeah. So maybe he's saying that, like, no matter the sacrifices of anybody, is that what we're saying? You just have to win. We have to win.
Please finish what you set out to do, Commander.
The soul that possessed Orna was Guthred, wasn't it? So he's, yeah, please finish what you said to do, Commander. So yeah, he was, yeah. Exactly, he's the commander.
You're more perceptive than I imagined.
It wasn't that I forgot that he was the commander, by the way. It's just like, you know, getting confirmation from the captain is a good thing too, you know?
However, some things are better kept secret for now. We may be working together, but our goals are not.
And he's talking about us like he doesn't want to
aligned.
give away all the stuff yet, right?
What's with the secrets all of a sudden? I'm starting to think we should be more careful around you.
Honestly, this was never a deal that was a pure friendship. I never saw it as that. Look, Paimon's giving the eyes, you know, the half closed eyes, you know. But this was never a deal of friendship. I never saw it that way. At least I never saw it that way.
I do not mean to jeopardize the trust between us.
Yeah.
I simply prefer to keep this to myself because it's a personal matter.
The way I see it, and maybe I'm being like a bit foolish here, I don't think that it's unreasonable. Just we would rather know, but at the same time, I'm also at a state where I'm kind of like, look, that wasn't part of the deal. You know, he's aiding us with Natlan. He's helping us out. We're not best friends.
All I can tell you is this. Natlan may have survived the worst of the crisis, but the souls of this land are still not at peace. And that is why my work is not yet done.
So his work is to bring those souls to peace?
Well, if it's personal, then we'll just have to trust you.
I'm at a, again, it's at a state where it's like, again, we're not best friends, right? I'd love to be best friends with the captain, you know? But it's more of a case of like, he's living up to his part of the deal. He is. And asking more than that, I feel like then we also have to give more as well, if that makes sense. I don't know. I know like it's not an exchange deal because he's helping Natlan out because he wants to help Natlan out, right? That's what he agreed to. It's more what he agreed to, not like an exchange, right? It's more what he agreed to, and he's doing what he agreed to do.
If you have other questions, I'm willing to answer them.
Are we going to ask questions?
Wait, like anything?
What?
Paimon wants to know how you eat with the mask.
Oh my god, Paimon.
Fast traveler?
Actually, there is something I want to know. That's a good question, though, Paimon.
Natlan must pay the price for Malika's use of the Ruler of Death's power. That price is death. And only Malika's death can clear the debt.
So we have this on our mind.
Even now that the war's over and the threat to Natlan is gone, it looks like that death is still set in stone.
So what are we asking? Could the captain know something about the Ruler of Death? I might not get this opportunity again. Yes. Okay, ask about the Ruler of
In a
Death.
garden cultivated by the gods, flowers and weeds grow side by side. When the weeds compete for nutrients in the soil, the gardener intervenes to inhibit their growth. I'm not one to pass judgment based on my own standard of right and wrong. But it is an undeniable fact that she is responsible for my suffering, as well as that of my people.
He's getting angry talking about this too. So he's saying that in the garden cultivated by the gods, flowers and weeds grow by side. When the weeds compete for nutrients in the soil, the gardener intervenes to inhibit their growth. So he's saying that like someone intervened or someone should have intervened? I'm not one to pass judgment and standards of right and wrong, but it's an undeniable fact that she's responsible. So he's saying the Ruler of Death is responsible for the suffering of Natlan when it comes to the Night Kingdom and things like this.
That explanation is too difficult to understand. Allow me to show you exactly what I mean.
Show you? Excuse me? Excuse me? The curse of immortality. I don't know what I expected, but this is...
The Ruler of Death can freely
What?
define the form of death, or grant immortality to anyone she desires.
So he's showing the two of them.
Her power is a rule in and of itself. Faced with such an overwhelming level of power, it can feel hopeless to resist.
Oh my god. And they did this the right way, by the way, not letting us see it, but letting the like Paimon and Wander see this. Holy hell. So the ruler of death can freely define the form of death, and can grant immortality. So she granted immortality, would you say, to him as well? Her power is a rule of itself. Faced with such an overwhelming level of power, it can feel hopeless, so you can't resist it.
I am of the belief that, in this world, no destiny is unchangeable, no death inevitable, and no rule unbreakable.
Once again, he just seems like he's so against the idea of gods and like the way that the ley lines work right now. But like, this is such an incredible scene. The way they did that was so impressive. Because right, they could have had a reveal of like, oh my god, look what it looks like, but like now the mystery is still there, and we know that we saw the reaction, but not the actual reveal.
So, before the final moment truly arrives, we must fight harder than ever.
Incredible. He's saying like nothing is set in stone. Like death isn't set in stone. There's no rule that isn't unbreakable. And I love his mentality because he's had that since we met him in chapter 2. This idea of like, the way of the world is not something that is working right now. We must defy it. And I do love that mentality. Hey, Wander and Paimon. What a freaking scene. I hope it didn't interrupt anything. It was amazing, Ian-san. After helping Okalan back home, I went on a small walk and happened to run into a messenger from the signs in the canopy. He's looking for you everywhere.
Oh, did something happen?
Apparently, Shalonen's ready to she needs to check the progress of the Pilgrim's Chronicle, like the device she gave you before. She invited a bunch of people there, including me, so let's head to the stadium once you're done here.
This is a critical time for you, Traveler. It's best not to delay, so let us end our conversation for now.
Right.
Best of luck to you all. Goodbye.
Holy hell. What a mysterious guy. Still doesn't seem quite as intimidating as before. We're basically comrades right now. Anyway, let's head to the stadium. We shouldn't keep everyone waiting.
So in the end, the captain still hasn't told us his real goal.
Right.
He kind of reminds Paimon of someone we met recently. Oh, right, the Lord of the Night!
The Lord of the Night.
They just seem so tired, you know? Since they've both been alive for many centuries, do you think that's just what happens when you've been alive for too long?
Maybe, actually, a tiredness. So, yeah, I love the mentality of the captain, which is like, there's no, like, even with the whole idea of, like, the Mamuika's death, it's like, there's no rule that's unbreakable. So he's telling us right now, I think, two things. It's like, he can break, like, the curses that are put on him, or the immortality, he can break this. He can break this rule. The idea of, like, the rules that are in place by gods, you can break these rules. You can defy them. Mavuika's for sure death. You can defy this. He's telling us this right now. That's what I'm getting from this. He's saying that nothing is set in stone, no rule unbreakable. I think it's such a... I don't know if some people wanted to see his face. For me, personally, the way I look at it is it keeps the mystery of that image, that curse alive, or what that curse looks like. We still have that mystery. We still have that conversation. We can all have the conversation of what we think it looks like, right? And maybe we'll get a reveal down the line. But for now, in this moment, the mystery is still kept alive as of the Interlude Archon quest, and it's so freaking cool that we now know there's a reaction to it. The Paimon and Wander looked horrified. Let's head to the Stadium of the Sacred Flame then. Over here. Well, we can actually just go right here, can't we? To the blacksmith. There's the roar, there's everybody up here. Look at this. Very cool. It's almost feel like we're like it's the calm before the storm even, right?
Wretched scoundrels! How dare you keep the almighty Dragon Lord
Apologies.
waiting!
Apologies, almighty Dragon Lord.
And apologize for real.
Honestly, yeah, put him on mute. Look at the smiles. Oh my god. Don't listen to him. We just got here too.
Kanich, Kachina, Mualani? Woo! Everyone's
It feels like the calm before the storm. It really does.
Reunited at last. Did you miss us?
Always.
I brought candy and cookies to share.
Is Chaska here?
Of course we missed you. Ooh, you brought source crackers too? Score!
What a time. What a time to be alive.
Just in time, traveler. It's so stifling in here. I was just about to go outside to get some air.
Okay.
It's the same temperature outside. Anyway, how was the trip here?
Pretty sweaty, let's be honest.
To be honest, I also didn't expect this many people to show up.
This is so cool, though.
A third of this amount is more than enough for my plan.
Why do you need them here?
I need to ask them about you, gather their thoughts and hopes. That will help the formation of your ancient name. Oh, you brought the Pilgrim's Chronicle, right? Yeah, let me take a look.
Sure.
Okay. The progress looks good. We have enough people, so let's get started.
Okay.
Sorry I'm late.
Chaska!
Chaska showing up late for something? That's a first.
It's just good to see her.
I had to follow a group of monsters further than expected. When I got back, I heard about what you did for my tribe. Thank you.
It's no problem. No problem whatsoever. Wanda deserves most of the credit. Plus, if it weren't for your help during the battle, the collective Plenty would have suffered a lot more. We had the manpower to spare. It's only right we returned the favor. We were just doing our part. We're glad everything worked out.
Okay, let's save the pleasantries for later. Everyone's here, so let's get started.
Let's go.
All right, let me remind everyone what's going to happen. I need each of you to stand before the Pilgrim's Chronicle and share your stories about the traveler. Your words will be recorded and become a part of the traveler's ancient name. Any, questions?
This is so cool. This is legitimately so cool.
Nope.
All right, then to start things off.
Hold on. Remember what we discussed?
What did we discuss?
Oh, right, I almost forgot. Traveler, Paimon, you, can't be here for this part.
Oh, we can't hear them say the nice things about us?
Huh? But why? We want to hear what everyone has
I
to say.
definitely do, but okay, I understand. But I would definitely like to hear what everyone has to say.
I need people's true thoughts and feelings. It's best if the subject in question isn't
No, that makes
involved.
sense. That makes sense, even if we would want to hear what they have to say.
It's much more difficult to express those feelings to someone's face. People get shy in those situations. It's just how it is.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
You're right. Just like when Paimon doesn't have enough more to pay for her meal, but she's too embarrassed to tell the traveler, so she has to make up some excuse.
Excuse. It's okay. I don't think that's the same.
So basically, you want us to leave the Pilgrim's Chronicle here and wait nearby?
Oh, don't worry. This shouldn't take long.
This makes so much sense, right? Because people, will probably have a different view of you when you're not around.
Shilonen said made sense, but did you see St. Lolly's reaction back there? She was definitely the one who decided we should.
Yeah, because she doesn't want. She get embarrassed as well, being so cozy and nice.
Here it's just making Paimon even more curious about what everyone's gonna say.
Sure.
Anyway, you're gonna have an ancient name soon. Ooh, that's so exciting! Feels like we've been in.
You're making me more excited.
Quite a while already, doesn't it?
Yeah, we've been traveling together for even longer. Oh, don't do this to me.
You're right. If only Paimon could say a few things about you in
Paimon,
there.
if you could say stuff about me in there and I could say stuff about you, we'd have 10 ancient names for each of us.
Well, looks like you're about to have that chance.
Shilonen, is everything all
Wait,
set?
does Paimon have to say stuff too?
Almost. We're just missing one last thing.
No way.
You've been by the traveler's side
Of
the
course.
longest, Paimon. We need to hear what you have to say.
But Paimon's not from that land.
Oh, it doesn't matter. As a traveler's companion,
Awesome.
your contributions are extremely
go.
important. You're the perfect person to
Oh
finish
my
the
god,
story.
this is amazing.
Sorry, traveler. I just need to borrow Paimon for a second. It should be
I
quick.
trust you guys with Paimon. That's so sweet. Paimon is the missing part, the final end of the story. Look at the wave. So sweet. That took longer than expected. Did something go wrong?
Paimon gave us
Oh.
a lot. Whew. And I mean a lot of information.
Of course.
I'm not even sure the Lord of the Night managed to get all of it.
That's so sweet.
Well, we've been to 6 nations already.
We have... so sweet.
Here, you can have the Pilgrim's Chronicle back. I'll need it when I forge the name, but you can continue your adventures in the
Right,
meantime.
we still have one more thing to do to fill it
When
out.
the time comes,
2 more things to
I will
do.
forge you an ancient name unlike anything that's come before, so that you, Moika, and Natlin as a whole can finally put an end to this endless war.
Amazing. I love that Paimon took so long that we thought something was wrong. Wow, that was a perfect interlude quest. That's what you do. I feel a calm before a storm. I feel like, oh my god, Chillon, we get to talk to ourselves.
I'll need the Pilgrim's Chronicle back when I'm ready to forge the name. If there are still adventures you want to record, better finish them
The game is telling you.
I hope everything will go well. I swear, even I'm starting to feel nervous
The game
now.
is telling you honestly, finish things up. Okay, so here's what I gotta say about this. First of all, that was the sweetest ending you could ever give me. The idea of Paimon saying so much that everyone thought there was something wrong. That is this gonna be blocked or is it? No, it's there. It's okay. Terrifying. But yeah, to put a pin in this quest here, this to me like felt like a calm before the storm. It felt like it was really, you know, setting up the next quest. So that's what Interlude I feel like should be in a lot of ways, is setting up like, it doesn't always have to be set up, sometimes it's just in between, but I feel like in this sense, there's so much happening in Atlan, it was perfect to set up what's happening in Act 5. Not only did we get like, the confirmation of what's going to be happening in our ancient name, we got to hear like, you know, Paimon getting to say all this nice stuff about us. It showed us like the effects that the Abyss is even having. Yes, we had this victory, but it's not over. And this quest showed us that what's happening, what the Abyss is able to do. It also showed us like the captain's intentions in a lot of ways to help Natlan, but also keeping us at arm's length. He's not telling us everything right away, and I actually like it, and I kind of prefer it that way. He did show us the face reveal, he showed our characters, but I do like that he keeps the mystery alive. Even if they reveal his face in the next act, or even down the line, we still have the mystery for quite a bit of time. I didn't mean to do that, we might as well do it. Which is very, very interesting. And it shows the effects of that, like, that immortality, right? That curse of immortality, while he's saying the grip that the ruler of death can have on people. But I do love as well what he said, which was so incredible, that, like, you know, the rules are meant to be broken. To me, it's like, hey, like, things can change. And he's setting up, to me, he's telling us, like, and I feel like intentionally telling us, all these things that you think are going to happen, like the stuff in Malvika, the stuff where, like, all these, like, prophecies take place. It's like, you know, F the gods. F it. F the ley lines, F the gods. You decide everything. And we are, once again, we are a descender, we're an outsider. I truly believe that there is some way, hopefully, to save Malvika. And if there isn't, F it. But if there is, I truly believe there could be. And I think that's what they're trying to say here as well, that there is a way. We just have to not give up on that as well and break the rules. We got to break the rules once again. We got to do that once again and break the rules. This was a great short quest. I think Genshin knows it has a lot of long quests. Even the Archon quest can be like 3 hours long. In terms of like, from what I've, again, this is why after every single quest, I always ask like, hey, how long was this quest? And people say, oh, it's this long, it's that long, this is how long this people took. And usually like the average is like, you know, they are either like 2 hours or 3 hours in terms of Archon quests. So I take a lot longer because I just like, I'm a yapper. So like having a quest that like for me like was what, like an hour and 20 minutes maybe, was really nice. It's nice to have it in between there, because again, I love doing long quests, but it's also like it makes for better pacing when it's a bit shorter. Yeah, very impactful quest, showing us like that nothing's over, what the effects that this had on that the Abyss is having. It shows us the captain is still trying to help, and it showed the captain's emotions as well and how he felt about all this too. It is setting up Act 5. Guys, what's happening? This Thursday coming, I believe, we will have the Oak to Notline quest. And then on Sunday, we will have Act 5. The entirety of Act 5. The week after that, on Thursday and Friday, maybe, or maybe Thursday and Saturday, we will have the final quests in our effort to catch up. And once we beat Malvika's quest, we consider ourselves caught up. And I know people are saying there's updates coming out at that week. 100%. We're gonna do those updates. And the week after that, you're gonna see what it's gonna be like. You're gonna see post catch up Genshin, and I think you're gonna like it. I have plans to fill out this whole entire map. That's the first thing I want to do. I want to get every single waypoint. We're gonna be exploring as we have a chat. We're going to be looking at the banners for episodes. Like, I think we're going to be dedicating full episodes to banners, right? Now, we might not wish on everything, but we will be trying out characters, talking about potential builds. Also, I think maybe no promises on this, but I think that week, I think if it is the banner that's coming out, it would be the banner and maybe the exploring episode. But if there's also a story quest that comes out, we'll do it the week after as well. Like all this stuff, you're going to get all those updates. We're going to be making videos like that as well. In fact, one of the videos that someone had an idea of in the comment section, I actually think is fantastic, is to go in depth on a few characters. For example, like we have the stories of these characters here, and we could definitely read through them. And I'm thinking of Vaughn being the first one. Then we'll go through all their voice lines together for like a shorter video, but I think it'll be a very interesting thing, right? Because we have all the voice lines for Vaughn about this, because we have to lock Ascension. No, we don't have all the voice lines. We have most of them. We have the story. And we could do that for other characters too, like Xiao and, you know, Jean. It could be really fun to do that. Like, and like the Friday video, when we want to do like a video every now and then, a shorter video, just go in depth on the character. Go totally in depth on the character. And thank you, is it Linster who came up with that idea? Thank you for that as well. And other people came up with ideas too. I just thought that idea was really, really good, and I think you guys would find that really fun too. For now, guys, I should say some other stuff we're doing as well. Like, because I said in the update video, but maybe someone didn't see the update video, we're also going to be doing like stuff like, I'm going to put up community posts and ask you guys to come up with teams of the characters I have leveled up and be like, make up a team out of this that would be really fun to try out, or a team that you think would be really fun to try out, and then we'll try and do some like trials or farming with those teams. In domains and stuff like that, or like leyline stuff to get some level up points and stuff like that. Level up books, and then I'll be like, okay, this team is this fun, or this team wasn't the best, or this team, you know, we kind of look at the teams in that way. Another thing that I wanted to do, well, you can check out the update video for sure, but there's a bunch of different things I want to do, in terms of like gameplay and stuff like that. But of course, we're gonna be doing every update. We're gonna be doing every Archon quest. We're gonna be doing every event. We're here for the long haul, guys. We really are. And I'm super excited, but I'm also very scared, you know? Next week is probably the biggest week of Natlan ever in terms of the Oak to Natlan quest and the Archon quest. But for now, guys, I want to say thank you so much for watching this video, and thanks so much for supporting this series. It's meant truly the world to me that you've all been so supportive. And with that, guys, I want to say thank you to the Never Can Repay the Baby Gangsta tier on Patreon. That being, let me get the names up here now. I'm so professional. It's actually crazy. You know I'm so professional. You guys are like most professional person ever. But yeah, please watch that update video, by the way. Look at her. Watch the update video to find out all the things I kind of want to do. Tyfire 2, Jamie Bull, Janet Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicitas Felix, Ewald, Radish, Anusta, Death Trap, Lynx Markey, Assassin, Colorbow, True Peanut Butter, Alpaca Juice, Peter Shelson, Heck, Leanne, Jared Beanham, and brand new patron, who became a patron at the highest tier, Hike Kasparian. Thank you so much. Appreciate it so much. I'll see you guys very soon. Actually, do you want to do the thing, Shanling? I start tagging you on the thing. You can both do the thing. Very cute. Now, just so we don't scare Gooba. Perfect.